all the way back here? Alright, so let's just kind of take a look at what is happening here. This is our Moira. Moira's good. Yeah, it's always a problem when you have a Mei and you like want your tanks to drop. I don't like the fact that your Zarya has stayed there. Hello, small child.
That's me and Mr. Tim.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. And like one of the things that I feel like you're doing is like our Reinhardt is on the point, and all of our supports are hanging out with our Zarya, which feels really weird, right? I mean, I know he's like not in a lot of danger, but especially on these King of the Hill maps, you really want to keep your main tank alive, especially when it comes time to get it. And they have a Mei. I try not to judge like first fights too much, because you don't know what they have. I try not to judge first fights too much because you never know what they have. See, and Orion's dead again, which is super bad, and everybody's dead, and they're just gonna bully your spawn. We got nothing out of our Grav, which is super bad. I mean, that's fine. You don't have a defensive ult. So like using Coalescence to heal your team is good. Just gonna slow this down a little bit. Right? Because this is over already. They use Zen ult. They used their Shatter recently. That feels bad. And you're never gonna get out of here, right? The Doom feels bad. I mean, I really hate playing into Mei. But, you know, one of the things that you give up when you have a Mercy, it's like, okay, you've had a Mercy, we're a minute and a half into this, have we even gotten a res, right? Like, you bring Mercy for a res and a damage boost, and you can't damage boost anybody. You gotta get to the fight, and you gotta really get rid of the Mei first. That's gotta happen. You gotta bait out Cryo. We got a nice EMP, right? But when you don't have a Lucio, you can't speed into it, right? I mean, I like that, but you know, we still have the Mei's alive, which is bad, but at least you won a fight. That's fine. Okay, let's speed this up a bit. See, you can bully the door now, which is good, because you don't want to let that Mei get back onto the point. Oh, I hate that. And that's like, okay, so let's just talk about that. Like, they had the Mei wall, we threw the Grav, we had nothing to put into it, right? You don't have Doomfist ult. There's like nothing to put into it. You get Maywalled, then we throw a Coalescence, and like we're gonna go in there. Like right now, your Mercy should be damage boosting you, right? Like that's what should be happening. Because if you want to clean this up, you're gonna need more damage, right? But of course, you know, this is why I hate Mercy players in general. Is like they're gonna yellow beam everybody, right? If she had blue beam that Coalescence, maybe they wouldn't have Genji right now. Instead, we were healing a full health Reinhardt, right? And this is the thing, is like people say, oh, there's not enough heals, there's not enough heals. The fact of the matter is like, you don't need heals if you get picks, right? And it's like, okay, we're yellow beaming the Reinhardt again, and he's like basically full health and has a Moira behind him. Our Zarya is off in no man's land. Yeah, this feels lost at this point. You just don't know what you do. And, you know, if you had been able to clean up that previous fight, you know, if Mercy would have been able to damage boost that Coalescence, or if that Shatter hadn't been wasted like it was, like, you don't need to heal if you're bullying the enemy's spawn and you're getting picks right out of the gate, right? But instead, you, like, dropped a bunch of ults. You dropped a Grav and a Shatter and a Coalescence, and you came out of it with like nothing. You know, that's 3 ultimates and you get nothing out of it. It just feels really, really bad. And they had the Mei, so, you know, going... Yeah, I think you're way too close there. I mean, that's over before it began. Part of that was just them getting the sim on the point, which is fine. That happens, you know. Again, I'm not, when it comes to King of the Hill maps, I'm not like super worried about losing the first fight. It's ideal to win it. But if their comp is just different and you don't have a solution, I mean, like, I don't understand why we're healing the Rhine and the Zarya right now. Like, you've got a nice fat diva up there that you can sleep. Like, that'd be nice. You know, she's just standing there. You can sleep her. That's pretty decent. It just feels like a lot of the coordination is off, like just the focus. I mean, it's time to not fight the diva, and it's time to actually get to the point, right? You know? I wonder if you're even... Yeah, you took it, which is nice, I guess. And your Rhine... Okay, at least your Rhine's gonna go for this health pack here. But, like, you're playing Ana, and there was, like, a super sweet diva that you could have slept earlier.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Now, like, if you're not, and this is another time where, like, if you have Lucio, you can drop beat. There's something that happens right after the sim drops this barrier here. Right? And there's this tracer in, or a sim there, and she's so low, and you could have naded her and taken her out. And then we just woke her right back up. And like, if you get to sleep and leave her be. Don't shoot her.
Allow me to repair the damage.
My teleporter is online.
It just feels like this is really disorganized. You know, and I, like, okay, so our Rhine is all the way over there and it's got no healers. He's dead. He's just gone, you know? And I mean, I could just look at that positioning and just go, yep, he's super dead. That's just gonna happen. Yeah, you're just being disrespected now. That's all there is to it. And at this point, everybody's just like throwing, right? It's over.
Hello.
Nerf this.
But like, if you're gonna run these brawl comps with Rhine and Zarya, you gotta stay together. You know, it's not hard. And this is one of those reasons why, like, Mercy just does not get a ton of value at the end of the day. And you saw it in that first match, right? I mean, how many times were we just holding R2? And I know that wasn't you, but how many times was Mercy just holding R2 and just healing somebody that's full health? If you're Lucio, you can speed Rhine into like one of those grabs that there was. You know, you can beat when there's a Diva Bomb. You can add in some chip damage. When everybody was in the grab and you had a Coalescence, that's great, but, you know, Mercy's got to be able to know to damage boost you. Like, that's the play, is like a damage boosted Coalescence into a grab without a defensive ult. I mean, teams are always disorganized in queues, so that's not surprising. But yeah, it is what it is. It's not shocking.